What is going on, everybody? Back on it. One Piece episode 323. Kind of had our giggle moments for the last like 2 episodes straight with the whole Frankie thing and him running around the city and a registered sex offender and all those type of things. Hopefully that's all done. I'm assuming we still have to address the Usopp situation. I don't know, or if he'll just like be on the ship and everyone's like, oh, okay, it's fine. We'll see. I don't know if Garp had like a change of heart. He's like, actually, wait, what am I thinking? I don't care if he's my grandson. Arrest his ass. Or did he go back to Marine headquarters and somebody ratted his ass out? Like, why is he back? I'm like, is he seriously back, or is he just like doing this just for fun? Like, yeah, like clearly he's back here, but is he here like on a mission, on like actual vengeance to arrest? Or he just has to make it seem like he's pursuing. But then my follow-up question to that is there nobody in his, a part of his crew that, like, would rat him at? Like, somebody, a part of his crew that wants to elevate. Like, well, shit, if he's not getting this done, maybe I can rat him out and I can be the ones that turn him. So, we'll see how those moving parts go. We'll see. Why are we going after him now? You literally could have captured him with your bare hands the last time you were here. Oh! Sengoku said, no, go get him. And Okaji's here? Oh god, Sengoku said nah. What the hell's going on? He doesn't want to bike back. Holy shit, Garp and Okaji. I mean, there's not going to be... It'd be crazy if we got a crazy showdown fight right now with those two, but it's not going to happen. No. Fluff Usopp. Fluff that guy. He better come apologize. Hmm. Luffy's just he's too forgiving and everything. What to say? Like, what are we doing here? Zoro, be a voice of reason for 2 seconds. Thank you. He has to come back to us, piece of shit. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, somebody. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, and you are captain, by the way, Luffy. Remember when he said don't cry when you came walking back? You have to make the decisions. We don't just like giggle and like hug. I'm glad that I was about to say this exact thing. So I'm glad they're addressing it at the same time. When Luffy's like, let's go get him, I'm like, oh god, okay, whatever. But I'm glad this is being brought up. Yes, like we're friends and we giggle. Agreed. Thank you. Thank you. Like we're friends and we giggle and we play, ha ha ha, fun, fun, fun. But we're still a group following somebody. That would be a massive loss. Holy shit. One Piece has never addressed my concerns like this before. This is actually like really great. Now will they actually stick to it? Just say he left. He left. So why are we just telling him to come sit on our laps? Thank you, Sanji. Somebody is speaking with some reason. Agreed. If he would switch up on us that fast, what's to say what he would do when shit really goes down? Luffy hasn't said a word. Agreed. There's lives at stakes here. Like, we're killing people and doing all this crazy shit, and everyone's like, haha, it's okay, Usopp, come on. Sniper King, come join us. This might not be like the best episode, but this has been one of my favorite moments of the entire series. I've been talking about this for like 5 or 6 episodes. Like Luffy, you have to like be an adult at some point. I don't believe that he did that actually, by the way. Like, I feel like there should be consequences for actions. Not everything is forgiven. So, but the One Piece story keeps it's very light-hearted. There's never really any, like, stakes. Removing death, though, but, like, there's no respect, you know? When Luffy's beating ass, they respect him. And will listen, and, you know, they choose to follow him, and... But it's also part of, like... I think they do it because they're also trying to get their dreams as well. Like, Sanji has dreams of, like, the all blue and getting the ingredients, and Nami wants to explore, and Zoro wants to be the best swordsman, and Chopper wants to see the world, and, like, do all these things. And Luffy's kind of just been, like, the vehicle for that. It's like, oh, he's going out and about, and he wants people? I guess I'll join. But there hasn't been a level of, like, oh, I respect Luffy, I fear like... So I'm glad that that's addressed a little bit. Nami, shut up. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Because I was going to be very upset if they just let Usopp back and it was all fine. There's no way he hears him. Sorry, but I'm gonna send you to the bottom of the sea. Give me a kiss. Or is our ship gonna get damaged? It just got... Is he gonna throw that thing? Meteor fit. Bro, we just got this ship. What the hell kind of power is that, by the way? Like, what kind of power was that? Yeah, that's more velocity than any cannon we've... Like, what? He goes, I'm not gonna capture you guys. 2, I'm gonna make you sleep with the fishes. Like, what? Sengoku really got on his ass, huh? This is the Beast Titan right here? What the hell's going on? Yo, Frankie, does this ship go fast? Does it do anything? Like, can we... What are we doing here? It's interesting. They've been putting, like, awkward 3D shots of the ship on here. Like, what's... It's kind of... Like, you can really notice it, because, like, it's just randomly will be, like, a 3D ship floating. They did it to Garp ship, too, there for a little bit. What do you want us to do about it? We are not at dock, and we are taking cannon fire. See, like the ship's 3D there. It's got like a weird. It's interesting that they kind of like it's the 2D, 3D, 2D, 3D. Reminds me of when Attack on Titan season 4 came around for and spoilers, they had that like opening shot there where the Marlians were fighting the other countries, and the Titans were like 3D, but everything else was not. So it really stands out when like you really see it. Usopp, you bullshitted for days, bro. You knew where we were. They were waiting for this man. He was the one pussyfooting, trying to decide if he wanted to... what his apology was going to be, and had his nerves all in a bunch. I don't feel bad for him. Man waited past the last hour. Thinking back to that arc, that Enies Lobby arc, Water 7 and Enies Lobby just kind of meshes together as one for me. You could label it 2 different arcs if you want. That was such a long arc. There it is again, that 3D. Where do you plan to go here, buddy? What's the play here? You're gonna fall right down. No, it's wild. We're taking cannon fire, right? Needing to really outrun it. They haven't moved. Which I'm guessing is for Usopp purposes. Like, they can't have them sail away type shit, you know? And Usopp actually get on the ship, but they need to be. Like, logistically. Okay. Looks like we got our sniper right here. Is he amber? The fact that he's whipping that ambidextrously. See, in one shot, it's, I don't know, it's just a continuity issue. Like, the ship was moving right there, right? In one shot. And then the other shot, it's just what it is. No, man, we're not. Yeah, you said those things, by the way, remember? And now it's a joke. I'm glad they didn't go that route with it. Bro, we got issues going on here, okay? Alright, so here's the issue. How do you plan to get to that ship as there's cannon fire going on at the same time? I'm sure Frankie's people will help him get over there or something crazy. I'm assuming. You know I can hear it. Chopper. Chopper's starting to get on my nerves too. Him and Nami are just... Yeah, I can hear it. Do you see what's going on? Chopper's got the nose of a dog and everything. Can hear things and smell things from miles away. As we're taking thousands of cannon fire right now. Like, he said these things, by the way. And he wasn't joking when he did it. So, I don't understand the switch up of, like, why he thinks they think that way. Do you hear how loud that cannon fire is and how far we are away? I'm supposed to hear him screaming? What's he gonna say that randomly everybody's gonna hear? Logistically, I don't know how we hear that, but sure, I guess. It makes for a cool moment, but logistically, it's whatever, I guess. I can't hear a damn thing. As he's ripping off his cannon fire right next to my face, and I got cannons and shit. Yeah. For sure. I knew how that was gonna go. Garp had to use a damn megaphone, by the way. Oh, God. No shot in hell. Does Luffy's arm reach that far, by the way? As they're moving away. They're moving away, by the way. I like the little soundtrack in the back. Never seen Luffy's arm stretch that far in my days. And now all of a sudden everybody's moving 5 times speed. I don't know. Shit episode. Started out so good. It's just so hard to overlook, like, some logistic things. It's just hard. Definitely did enjoy, though. The Zoro stuff was great. Hold on. Where was it that he said? I thought that was a great line. So the first part of the episode was great. They kind of lost me with the back half, and they do that a lot from time to time. You could say this happens in every anime, so I don't want to shit on them. But just from a logistics standpoint of like, you show me them needing to escape and run away, and they've been being pursued for minutes at a time as they're taking cannon fire. You show me shots of the ship like getting farther away from the Garp ship, but then you take me back to another shot and they're in the same spot and haven't moved and still close to Usopp at the same time. Then you show me another shot and you see the ship moving, then you take it back and it's still just kind of like buoyancy bouncing in the same spot where Usopp's there as they're taking cannon fire. As Garp needs a megaphone so he can hear him, but Luffy's able to scream so he can hear him. But then at the same time, I'm supposed to hear Usopp, who's hundreds of yards away, multiple football fields away, as I'm taking cannon fire that's splashing in the water, exploding next to our faces. Frankie's got a machine gun that's just as Zoro's slicing shit, and Sanji's kicking it, and boom, 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 bop, bop, bop. Everyone's yelling, the ship, and I'm supposed to hear what this man said. Okay, guys, you got it. So I definitely love the premise of what they were going for. I thought that was one of the best moments of the show so far. That like 2-minute, 3-minute Zoro sequence. Because it's been addressing an issue that I have. And that's one of the things, and we're 300 episodes in, so I kind of think that it just gets to a point of like where it just has to be acceptance at this point that like this is One Piece. It's not going to be serious, you know? This is the structure of arcs. People are not gonna die. Luffy's always gonna win. We're not gonna take him seriously. There's little to no respect amongst like the crew members. And you know, the interpersonal relationships, it's kind of loosely addressed but never is, and maybe the story is just driven off of tragic character flashbacks and world building. Maybe that's what it kind of comes from, because it's still in the early stages where like the fights aren't too crazy as far as like animation and choreography. It's really kind of driven by Devil's Fruit abilities and, you know, other different kind of abilities like the CP9 and the oh gosh, what was the one from Skypiea where they're able to blink into the future or whatever it is, the mantra stuff. And maybe that's just kind of like the gist of it. And I'm not saying you have to have a story or anything where like Luffy has to be like respected and feared and, you know, kind of like a Whitebeard thing where like, you know, we don't talk, you know, he's our captain, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Everybody can be buddy buddy and happy and giggle giggle, but I feel like there's like a point where like to be captain and to not be captain, and I agree with like what Zoro's saying here. Like, I'm trying to think back from Zoro from like episode 2 or whatever. He didn't join off of like a tragic backstory or anything crazy, and you kind of know like his mental and his attitude. So thinking it from like a Zoro perspective, and not just because Zoro's my favorite character, it's like, how does Zoro as a man, and even Sanji to a degree, I feel like, but Sanji's kind of not as strict with it, but like, you know, I have goals and aspirations to like be strong, and I'm choosing to follow him. And you've seen it hinted at a lot of like characters asking like, holy shit, Zoro's like really strong, and how is he not a captain of a ship, and like those type of things. And if I choose to follow you, and we've been following this man to like death, by the way, Um, it's not like they've just been like sailing and like having fun. They've been getting in like life or death, quote unquote, not much death, but life or death situations, and like choosing to put themselves in harm's way and doing things to protect each other that could lead to them dying. And I want to make sure the man I'm following like has something about him, you know? Show me that like I can count on you. You're rock solid. We don't take disrespect. You're choosing to like lead by example. If Luffy's willing to like fight crewmates and then laugh about it the next day and come on and back and join us and then like disagree, but like it's okay, it's like, what am that's not what I'm putting my life on the line for. I want to know like when push comes to shove, like the example of what I'm following is, you know, what I'm choosing to follow. And I love like the line here where he's saying, let me put up the filter here because I'm not going to be able to let that play. This was great here when he says, listen, I don't care if you want to act happy-go-lucky, but if you, the man who is above me, ever shows weakness. Yeah. I think that was pretty great. And seeing Sanji chime in as well is pretty good as well. If he tries to fudge on the issue without taking any responsibility. That's what I'm saying. There has to be some kind of like... And like, you can't trust Nami, you can't trust Chopper to do a damn thing. She's lucky she didn't get her head taken off right there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do you guys see what we've been going through? Like, Nami, do you remember what we did back for you back there? Do you remember you stabbing yourself, like, over and over? Like, Sanji, do you remember what we went through? These scars I got from, like, messing around with you? Nico Robin, what we just went through? You too, Chopper? And, like, it's just a come and go type thing. Like, you're in, you're out, you can be disrespectful and leave, like... I respect for Sanji for like actually, you know, stepping up and saying something. So I thought it was, and I'm so great that like the man of reason here is again best boy. So I really don't know what to say besides that. It's just me kind of ranting and shitting on it, and nobody likes to listen because like you're clearly clicking on this video because you like One Piece. Nobody likes to hear reactors or anybody in general shit on something that they enjoy. So I don't want to sit here and like harp on it, but I had been bringing up this issue for a while of, so what's gonna, because I was gonna kind of be, I felt like Zoro felt, not, you know, I'm not in the story. So I don't have any blood or skin in the game, but I felt like Zoro along the lines of like, so what do we do with Usopp? Does he just like sneak back on and he's like, hey guys, ha 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 ha, and Luffy's like, come on, join us, and everyone just giggles and like it never happened? I wanted it to be addressed, talked about, like in some form or fashion, like an apology, say something. And if you've watched the last couple videos, I've been saying that for a while of like, okay, what's going to be his approach? Like, is he just going to walk back on the ship and we're going to greet him with open arms like nothing happened? Or are we going to talk about it? So the way that they started this, I was like, holy shit. One Piece is actually addressing something here. This could go great. And then the execution of it, they just lost me. From a logistic standpoint, they lost me. I know I'm living in a world of devil's fruits and rubber people and all these crazy things. Have we ever seen Luffy's limbs stretch that far? Which is actually insane. So you do have to suspend some disbelief, but we can't suspend all disbelief. So it's an interesting moment here. I do agree with Zoro's standpoint of like, the crew doesn't mean anything. Like what we choose to do for each other and what we choose to sacrifice in the blood, sweat, and tears. Like all Zoro has to do is like take off his shirt to see like what he's already put in for this crew. And we're just gonna accept that like someone can disrespect and come and go and leave, and we just act like that's okay, because it's not. And that harps back to what I enjoyed about when Usopp and Luffy were fighting. When Zoro was like, "You're the captain, you can't show weakness or show tears." It's like, I'm glad somebody brought that up. And then same thing here. I'm glad Zoro's saying again, like, I don't care if it's always giggle, giggle, ha ha ha, I eat food, look at me, ha 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 ha. Meat, meat, food, food, you know, jokes, jokes, let's do it, let's do it. If that's your personality, that's just what it is. But if you choose to be weak and can't set a standard or a foundation for this crew, why would I follow? Why do I need to stay and follow? Like, I'm just out as well. But that was dope. One of the best moments of the entire series, just not one of the best episodes. Kind of just was whatever. Was interesting to see. So it looks like Garp went back and gave whatever excuse. You know, I couldn't capture him, yada yada yada. It's my grandson that got slipped, whatever. And Son Goku's like, no, you go handle that shit. So I was curious how that was gonna go. If Garp had that much pull that he could just go back and say, oh, couldn't find him, and none of his crewmates were gonna slip or say anything, and none of his crewmates did, at least to our knowledge. Word got out, and Son Goku said, no, go back and handle that. Now, he did say, you know, I'm going to send you to the bottom of the... Like, are we dead ass with that? Like, would he actually... I mean, he's throwing cannons. I mean, he definitely is. And we know Okaji's not going to do anything either. Because he's also kind of like along Garp's lines of, like, I'm just going to kind of let them be. I'll monitor, but won't do anything. If they wanted to, they could wrap this shit up real quick, by the way. Garp just... I mean, not Garp. Okaji just freezes his way over there. Garp goes and does what he has to do. They can't really keep up with either of them, by the way. And it would just be like done and dusted, series over, One Piece ends at episode 323. But it's not. So I can't tell if Garp's like really going on. I mean, it looks like it. So we'll leave it there and to see what happens. Apologize for having to go on these rants here, but it just brings it out of me. So we'll go ahead and leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Make sure to subscribe as always.